call sign.
Hey guys, it's Totter8. This is my first commentated video that I've posted. I got an Elgato for my birthday, so I'm using it right here. And yeah, so this is my first video, and kind of copying off of Xdomo. I'm gonna do like life stories and everything, so I'll have a life story in this one. But first, I just wanna say what I'm gonna be doing with my channel. I'm gonna be uploading a lot to this. I don't know how frequently because of school, but I'll definitely have uploads. I'm also associated with like OZY Gaming or OZ Gaming. I might not be posting as much to that as I will to this, but it'll vary if what the material I got. And I just want to say I just played with Face Temper, and he's absolutely nasty. Like, I saw in his thing said it's temper and blah blah blah, so he's pretty nasty. Anyway, so on to life story. So the title of this life story will be Accidentally Spanking Stranger. So basically what happened was God, I'd like to say it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I was at Lake Compounds, and my brother's friend Jake Cortella had a birthday party, and he invited me to go as well. So I said, oh, why not? I'll just go with him. So I went with my brother, and we were there. We had fun and everything. We had like fast passes. We got to cut the lines and everything. It was epic. So it was early on in the season, so everyone was wearing jeans and everything, no shorts. The water park wasn't open. So after we went on a couple rides, I decided I'd go off on my own. So I was off on my own, going on rides and everything. And then I wanted to meet up with my dad. So then my dad was wearing brown shoes, blue jeans, and like a leather coat. And there's someone who looked identically like him. So I was walking, and I just got some soda, and I was walking back, and then I saw what I thought to be my dad bending down tying a shoe. So I was like, oh my God, same shoes. I was like, that's got to be my dad. So I came over and I spanked him in the ass. Like, I hit him as hard as I could. And this is the thing, I'd never spanked my dad before that. That was like the stupidest time. Like, I don't know why, even if it was my dad, I don't even know why I would spank him. I don't know, just like messing around with him. So then after I spank him, I realized that this guy is like skinnier than my dad, and his shoulders are really like skinny, but he's buff, like he's got muscles. And he turns around and he looks at me and gives me this glare that I'll never forget. It was like the I'm going to mess you up glare. And then he also gave me the glare like, do you have issues? Like, do I need to go tell someone? And I wasn't really sure what to do. So I just looked at him and I smiled, and it made it look like I had like some really weird like problem, like medical problem or something when I was born. So I like weirdly like limped away from him to make it look like I actually did have problems, which now looking back I should have just ran. So I ran back, and I didn't tell anyone about it till about like I'd say a good week. So a week I was holding back the secret that I spanked a stranger. Now imagine that. Let's say you're at the grocery store and you spank someone, like what they would do to you. This guy looked at me, he was like, excuse me, and his eyebrows were like crossed. He was so angry, and I just ran like as hard as I could. And then when I got back to my dad, I looked at him, and he didn't sense anything had happened. And I looked at him, and I tried to like make it seem like I wasn't guilty of anything. And I looked at him with kind of like an innocent face, like a begging face. And he was like, Nick, what's wrong? And then I was like, oh shoot, what did I do? So I didn't tell him. And then this is where, like, after a week, so what happened was I was like, all right, no one's really gonna care about this anymore. I'll just spit it out, because it's kind of a funny story. I mean, but back then I didn't have that much like self-esteem as I do now, and I wasn't about to like go tell people, hey, I just spanked someone. Like, for me, back in like 4th grade, that was like embarrassing, but now it's like something like you would tell a story to get laughs out of it and everything. Anyway, so I told my dad, and at first he looked at me and he was like, "You're joking." And then I was like, "Sure, I'm joking." And then he was like, "Wait a minute." And because I was like way too confident that I was joking after I told him this, he's like, "Are you actually joking?" And I was like, "No, I actually spanked the guy." And he looked at me and he laughed so hard. And I wasn't expecting him to do that. I was expecting him to be like ashamed of me or something like that. Something that was like, that was like, sorry. Like a look that would tell me like, don't ever do that again. My dad was the complete opposite of that. He was laughing so hard, and I will never, ever forget that. I don't think for the, like, ever in my life, I will never forget that moment. Just spanking him, my hand hitting his ass. That was his, like, he was wearing jeans and everything, and I slapped him so hard, and it must have hurt for him. Like, I swear, he must have been in agony, because it was like I wound up, I was ready for this, I saw the opportunity, and I took it. But it was a very, very bad idea, and I blew it. But I mean, if nothing had happened there, if I hadn't taken that risk, then there would be no story. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story that I have to tell you, and if you guys want to keep watching the gameplay, there's gameplay for you. So, thanks. See ya.
Everything that gained me. Now that I'm lost, I think I'll stay. Stranger.